Hello internet friends, I'm back. I feel revived, I got some fresh hair, and I'm feeling good about it. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about my changing and evolving style. I have mentioned this numerous times on my channel that I feel like my style is changing. Oftentimes, that means we have this urge or pull to just go out and replace your entire wardrobe, and that just doesn't work. It's not sustainable. So today, I wanted to talk about 10 ways that you can change up your style in 2024 without changing your entire wardrobe. Now, I personally feel like I let clutter seep into my life when my life itself feels chaotic. When I first moved to Florida, I felt like that gave me a chance to revive and refresh my wardrobe and just do a bunch of organizing. But since then, it's been 3 months and I feel like things have started to fall apart a little bit. So my first tip is to clean and organize your wardrobe. It feels so much better when you just do a refresh. Maybe you color code it, maybe you fold things a little bit better so you have easier access to it. Just really getting your hands on all the pieces that you have in your wardrobe and just going through and refreshing, reviving it all. This is also a good time to purge what you don't want, but I will say, be very methodical about it, because oftentimes when you're going through a wardrobe change, you just have this feeling that you just want to throw it all away, and whatever you're not feeling at that moment, you just want to get rid of. And I think that's a terrible idea, especially if it's something that you've invested in or it's a timeless piece. Maybe you're not really feeling animal print right now and you have a really nice silk animal print button-down blouse. Don't get rid of that. If it's something that you feel like is just not in style right now or doesn't fit your fashion right now, you just don't know. Like, what if 5 years down the road from now, you decide that all of a sudden you're a maximalist again and you're like, man, that silk blouse was expensive, it was nice, and I really wish I had it. Sometimes those pieces you just want to hold on to. Even though they don't feel relevant right now, trust me, years from now, they will be relevant. So if it's something you coveted at one time, most likely later on down the road, you're gonna covet it again. Another big thing for me that goes hand in hand with this is just making sure that everything is steamed and washed properly. I've had this before where I've thrifted a really nice piece of cashmere or wool clothing, and the moment I get it on, I'm like, oh, this just doesn't feel good. And it's oftentimes because it's not washed properly. Going through the right cleaning process doesn't mean you have to go get it dry cleaned. My personal favorite cashmere wool shampoo is by The Laundress. I've linked it down below for you if you're ever interested in it. It instantly revives literally anything that I put into my wardrobe. I have quickly become a huge fan of cashmere over the last couple years. I have made it a point to start thrifting a lot more cashmere pieces. And a lot of times you have to go that extra mile to kind of revive the piece and give it a little bit extra life. So sometimes taking those little extra steps to properly clean these pieces goes such a long way. I think that also goes hand in hand with steaming. I always like to keep a rack off to the side that I have personally steamed and made sure that they're ready to go. I personally invested in a Jiffy steamer years ago because I do resell clothes. I don't use the steamer as much as I thought I would, so I don't think it's really something that's necessary in somebody's, especially personal wardrobe. You can invest in a handheld steamer for under $50 that works so well. But if you're interested, the Jiffy steamer is a commercial grade steamer, so I will leave it linked down below. However, again, it's just not something that I would recommend to your average consumer. This is my absolute favorite tip because I constantly do this to change my wardrobe. Whatever mood I am in, my accessories typically reflect that. So for me personally, I go back and forth so much between like a very classic put together look and almost like a grunge aesthetic. And those are two very conflicting styles. A lot of times it's hard for me to manage both closets in my brain because they just don't quite make sense. When it comes to jewelry, I think that's where I really define what mood I'm in for that day. So I have a piece that I thrifted probably about a year ago now. It is a heart-shaped necklace, but the chain on it itself is so grunge aesthetic. And I absolutely love it because whenever I'm in that mood, that is the piece that I gravitate towards. Now, I did not have a really nice, delicate necklace to kind of tie in my more minimalist, well thought out capsule wardrobe. The company Biwako just recently reached out to me to see if I wanted to collaborate with them on their pearl jewelry. And the moment I saw these pieces, I was like, this is it. It's not quite the traditional pearl necklace. It has just that elevated touch to it, which is something that I absolutely love in jewelry. Don't get me wrong, I love a classic look. My style is just not quite defined by the ultimate classic. I still like pops of colors in my wardrobe. I still like to embody a little bit more of that maximalist look, but I need something extra. I am just that type of person. Oftentimes it just takes incorporating this one piece of jewelry and I instantly feel like I have that elevated look that I'm going for without completely erasing my wardrobe and starting fresh. I also always like to know what's trending, but I don't like that to overpower how I'm dressing. I never think it hurts to know what exactly people are wearing because a lot of times that can lead to the confidence of going out in those items. For me, flats was that level of confidence that I needed. I love the flat trend, the ballerina trend. That's been going on for years now. I just wasn't quite sure if I wanted to invest in a good pair of flat shoes. And let me just tell you, the more and more I was seeing it out and about, the more and more I was like, yes, I need that in my wardrobe. That is going to look and feel good. Once I incorporated that into my wardrobe, I felt like I had a renewed sense of style. Sometimes adding in those little teeny tiny pieces and just knowing what's trending makes you feel like you could repurpose your entire wardrobe. This next one is such a duh moment for me, but it took me years to start doing this. Pinterest sprees, I think a lot of times people incorporate with needing to buy new stuff. Especially, I feel like it's so common, and I do this all the time too, but doing Pinterest thrift with me's is always something that's in the back of my head. I'm like, oh, that's such an easy video to do. But if you think backwards and instead of doing a Pinterest buying spree, take the item that you already have in your wardrobe and look up on Pinterest how other people are styling that. If you have a cargo skirt, for instance, you can look up all of these different style ideas and see how other people are wearing them. And that gives you the ability to kind of reimagine these outfits without going out and buying new stuff. So it's almost like deconstructed Pinterest. This one I actually saw on Reddit just recently and I thought it was brilliant. Don't do your laundry. Just don't do it. It forces you to think outside the box. It forces you to not wear your most worn clothing. And I was like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. You don't actually have to live by the don't do your laundry, but like dig into the back of your closet. Stop going for the pieces that you just automatically go towards. And you can take it one step further, take those pieces from the back of your closet, type it into Pinterest, see how people are wearing it, and boom, just like that, you can piece together a whole new outfit. I've already done a couple videos on this and I've mentioned just how important this is, and it's one of my like secret style hacks whenever I'm getting ready for the day or filming a video and trying to put together outfit combos. But learning color theory is so important to outfits. It can make or break an outfit, and it just makes it so much easier to get ready for the day when you understand the concept of color theory. It doesn't have to be something that you can pull up in the back of your head and just have it as a Rolodex in your brain. The easiest way to do it is use your cell phone. I always look up colors, like what color goes well with brown? What color goes well with red? You can so easily intermix and change your wardrobe based on different colors. Color theory can just make getting dressed so much more fun. This one is so much easier said than done, but it is worth mentioning because I think everybody is at different stages in their life when it comes to their fashion and their wardrobe. For me personally, finding a tailor is a little bit outside of my budget. It's not something that I feel like I can put into my regular wardrobe routine. If you can afford to find a tailor, I highly recommend incorporating that into finalizing and polishing your wardrobe. Oftentimes those pieces that you don't wear, maybe they are ill-fitting or maybe they are too long, whatever the case is, finding a tailor that can help you out with this issue will definitely make you want to gravitate towards those pieces a little bit more. I am very fortunate in a sense that I moved back in with my parents recently, and my mother is fantastic at hemming clothes. So I can always kind of lean on her a little bit. Thanks, Mom. I always appreciate you. If you have not moved in back with your mother or you can't afford a tailor though, there are definitely tips and tricks online. I have relied on these for years to kind of mend and repair some of the vintage pieces that I've sold. Every year I make this my New Year's resolution and I never end up doing it. So please forgive me when I say this as a tip and I myself still lack in it. but documenting your wardrobe goes such a long way. And who knows, maybe you will create an Instagram account for yourself that will blow up and it will just pay off tenfold. Documenting your clothes, I think just having a Rolodex of ideas that you know is like a killer outfit that you can so easily repeat, because I'm sorry, 6 months from now, you're probably not gonna remember what you wore. So sometimes having just that Rolodex of photos to help encourage you to recreate and rewear those outfits goes such a long way. When I do get in this mood, I love going back through my Instagram and seeing what kind of outfits I was putting together. It's not only a reflection of where you were at that point in time, but it's also a reflection of what made you feel confident in those clothes. And a lot of times you can like recapture that and just feel so much better about the outfits that you're putting together. Tip number 9 is my personal favorite one because it's taken me years to reach this point in my life, but I feel like I nail this tip so well. That is, wear your good stuff. Don't just save them for a special occasion. If you bought a fancy dress, wear it. Find a way to wear it. If it takes just putting on a white t-shirt underneath, wear that fancy dress, because there is no point in it sitting in your closet and collecting dust. And trust me, it's gonna be so much more fun when you start incorporating these pieces into your wardrobe, because like you paid good money for these pieces. Wear them. Some of my favorite outfit combinations are when I wear my fanciest pieces, or when I look at them and feel like, oh, I don't know if like whatever crowd I'm gonna be in is gonna accept them, because 9 times out of 10, when I wear my fanciest pieces, that's when I get the most compliments. That's when people walk up to me and tell me they love my outfit. And that is always like such a good feeling. Stop looking for excuses, just wear them. If you've made it this far, and you feel like you still haven't found a way to recreate your wardrobe and really put it to good use, maybe it's time to start asking yourself some of these really hard questions. Are these pieces truly lifetime pieces? Are they things that you feel like you can put into any decade or any time period and make them work for yourself? And do they have lasting quality? Are they something that maybe you've washed 3 or 4 times and you feel like they have too much wash wear? Do they start to pill? Is there just something about your clothes that aren't really doing it for you? And if that's the case, reevaluate the investment pieces that you have in your wardrobe. I know this is easier said than done, because trust me, if you've spent all this time collecting pieces from different brands that just aren't standing the test of time and they aren't pairing well in your wardrobe, maybe it's time to break up with some of these brands. And this is something that takes time to gain that knowledge. I think a lot of you guys have watched me kind of go on this journey and really start to figure out what quality looks like and how to incorporate it into my wardrobe, but it really truly does make a difference, and it really makes you feel like you have that ownership over your wardrobe. The clothes don't own you, you own the clothes. They're not something that you're constantly replacing. They're not something that you're constantly feeling like you need something brand new because it feels washed out. It just doesn't feel good on your body. Doing the research and going that extra mile and finding out what fabrics you like, what cuts you like, all of those things really do matter. I'm kind of slowly but surely building a whole series on my channel that covers a lot of that stuff. So I'll link a couple videos for you down below that kind of help educate, make you feel a little bit more empowered when you go out shopping. But I really truly think that does make a difference in someone's wardrobe. With that being said though, I really hope this video encouraged you to not feel like you have to run out and buy all of this new stuff. I really hope it empowered you to feel like you have a hold of your wardrobe and it's something that every piece makes you feel confident in. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new around here, I might have a couple extra videos for you right here and right here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.